the fires of hope and prayer.
With boundless faith in our destiny,
we solemnly declare.
Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea. This our native land. We pledge our lives to thee.
Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place.
And may God bless our
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn. Good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn here, live from the living room at, what's this location? Annisvale. We're in Annisvale and we're live from the living room of the guest house that we're in. Well, actually, this is not my living room. I don't know, I feel the downstairs had the better living room, eh? I'm telling you, I think it's a little sexier now, boy. Maybe because upstairs, I don't know. But upstairs living room similar to this, you know what I mean? But I don't know, here look a little bigger. Yeah, here look a little more. Yeah. Anyway, we are here. It is day 2 of Breaking Dawn in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, although we have been here for 3 days. Today is Friday, and later on tonight we in the Evo. That's right. Is it Evo 5.0? Yeah. Evo 5.0. That's the big event that the CDC has on the Carnival Friday, or what is known as the Carnival Friday. Soca Monarch is tomorrow, the March Gras Sunday, and then we have Juve, T-shirt Mass, and then of course the Mardi Gras on Tuesday. And then we wrap things up on Wednesday morning with a little recap before we jump on our plane and head back home. All right, so we got a few things to talk about. I see that the Prime Minister of India touched down in Trinidad and Tobago, and some people have a problem with it. We'll get your thoughts on that. I saw one video where some guy was complaining about the amount of traffic it caused. Well, that's when you're real dumb and you don't understand protocol. When, when you have people like prime ministers or presidents of other countries coming in, there are certain protocols that have to be met, and the population is inconvenienced because sometimes you have to close off certain roads. It's done all over the world. All right, so I watched that video late last night. I caught it on social media. I said, look, me want to show this, because obviously, just showing it is just an example of how stupid some people are, right? I know that Prime Minister Modi will get the Order of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Some people might have a problem with that. I don't. He has been given awards all over the world by different governments, including Ghana, and etc., etc., etc. So, these things happen. I think the Guyanese president, Irfan Ali, was honored in Ghana as well. They gave him a big award and things like that. So I see this as somewhat of a, how can I term this, a diplomatic courtesy. Because Trinidad and Tobago, of course, We are trying to enter new markets for trade, and India is 1.3 or 1.4 billion people. Billion people. I think it's 1.3 or 4. 1.4? 1.4 now? They overtook China. What these people in India doing? Hello? Well, let's stop. Look, stop it. Anyway, it is what it is. But I think they got 1.4 billion people, and you know, it's one of the reasons why the IPL is so successful is because of the viewership. Just that 1.4 billion people in India alone. You know, yeah. 1.46 billion people. Huge export market. All right, that we probably have not explored. So a diplomatic courtesy like giving out the Order of Republic of Trinidad and Tobago in exchange for trade deals and so on and so forth, it only augurs well for Trinidad and Tobago. We win. We can't lose. All right? But we'll get your thoughts on that with Prime Minister Modi coming into TNT. I know that some organizations had a problem with it, particularly one Muslim organization. But one of the experts spoke on it, or, you know, somebody who's expert in that field, and I was reading the article yesterday, and, you know, they kind of, what they said, it kind of toned down what people perceived it to be, a kind of way. So I ain't even going through that because it is Friday. All right, so before we get down to anything else, I would imagine that Prime Minister Modi is all over the news, and in Newsday, I believe, if I pull it up here online, because remember, we wouldn't have the physical Newsday here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but I would imagine, yeah, it's all Modi. Yep. Indian flags flutter as Modi arrives at Hyatt. Junior monarch Zaidan Darius meets Prime Minister Modi. He said he was blown away in an interview yesterday. I thought it was nice for, you know, three children to greet the PM of India, and, you know, the Prime Minister was there, and she kind of took a backseat to that, and, you know, so it's good to see. I don't know why my Apple ID is requesting. Why it asking me to continue signing with the Apple ID? What is going on here this morning? Okay, well, I'll just sign in, I guess. It's in like my password hard. All right, and that is the wrong password, Stefan. Okay, nevertheless, Benjai cleared of obscene language charge. Man and woman in court on money laundering charges. Decades of strong ties between Trinidad and Tobago and India leaders, and the actual picture that they use is one with Prime Minister Modi and our former Prime Minister, or former Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, shaking hands. Customs says border control system partially operational. Penny and Farley expected at Modi's National Award ceremony, and why not? Modi arrives in Trinidad. Commissioner of Police expedites firearms applications. Commissioner of Police Guevara leads police operation at illegal quarry site. This illegal quarrying has been a problem for a long time now, and hopefully it is dealt with. WASA CEO meets with the unions. Port of Spain schools to remain open on July 4th. That is today, is it not? So happy Independence Day to all of you in the United States of America. Those of you who were adopted by the United States of America, having left our shores probably weeks, months, decades ago. You know, it is Independence Day. July 4th is a big day. Oh boy. Usually it have a lot of things going on. There's probably a lot of horse racing too, but it's a real horse. What? You know, the races will be attractive on a July 4th. All right. 1 dead and 3 on the run after police-involved shooting in South Trinidad. And we have another CPAP contractor threatening legal action over termination of contract. Good luck with that. All right, so I'll tell you what. Those are some of the headlines in the paper this morning. And before we take our first break, I am going to open the phone line, actually, and take a few calls and get your thoughts on Prime Minister Modi's visit. And, you know, everything that was extended to him. I like how I saw some clips where he got a little taste of the tassa, he got a taste of the Indian drum, put it this way, the Indian drums, the African drums, the steel pan, You know, they put on a nice show with respect to that yesterday. I mean, I in St. Vincent and Grenadines, I wasn't there. But like I said, you don't have to be there these days. All you have to do is, I guess, social media. Social media makes the world turn. So, yeah, man. So we'll find out what people's thoughts are very quickly. Hello, good morning.
A very good morning to you.
Morning,
I
man.
think the visit, yes, I think the visit is great. Is great for future business and everything to do with the enhancement of Trinidad and Tobago culture and business and whatnot. But there are some people who is questioning what is the cost of the visit.
Oh, yes, that was another issue too.
Yeah, what is the cost? And it's coming from the PNM side. And nobody asked what was the cost when the King of Ghana visited Trinidad. I mean, it's so silly. Why are we being so petty?
Well, not only that too, you know, remember they had a whole CARICOM meeting and all kind of thing, and the taxpayer foot the bill for that. And I remember we raised questions about that because it was just totally ridiculous. Remember that? And then the former Minister of Finance came back to the Parliament with the procurement legislation, and they made the adjustments to the procurement legislation, which to kind of allow them to do what they did when they had the meeting with the CARICOM heads here that they accommodated to. You remember that?
Yeah. Yes. Anyway, I don't want to be long. There's other people trying to call. Boy, I wish I was in St. Lucia like you on the best.
Yeah, man, no problem. Not in St. Lucia, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, not in St. Lucia. All right. So we go in again, 327-7400. And yes, there is always going to be cost attached to visits like this and things like that. When we would have hosted Chogam back in, when I was 2008, I think I was around 2008 when we did Chogam and Obama came and, you know, and they tried to block off the beatum so you wouldn't notice it was there and all kind of thing. Look, man, there was going to be cost attached to anything that you're doing in terms of things like this. And yeah, do I want to know the cost? Yes. When we get the cost, then I would know if I'm going to be up in arms and raise certain questions. But until then, and I think that if this government is all about accountability and transparency, they will give you the cost of the visit eventually, but they can't give it to you now because he's still there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Stefan.
Morning, my dear. Go ahead.
Morning, how are you?
I am fine.
You look very relaxed. I'm happy over there.
Oh, yes.
So, the Prime Minister would have given us vaccines during the COVID.
Exactly.
So what is the problem with giving him the Order of the Republic? In any case, did you see, right? When one door is closed, another is open. He is allowing citizenship to sixth generation member East Indians or Indians, right? To work, live, and study in India.
Okay.
So when England closed their doors, India open, you know?
Yeah.
The man is indeed a scholar, and there are going to be a whole lot of other memorandums as the state said today will be signed.
Right.
So the visit will only augur well for Trinidad and Tobago, and it is good to see the PM being reverenced by a state leader, you know, stuff like that. So all's well that ends well. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
No problem. Going back to the phone line, 327-7400. I'll see if I can squeeze about maybe 2 or 3 more. If they're short and sweet, as they have been for the first 2 calls this morning. And of course, it is Friday, so we're gearing up. Nice, man. So we see everybody out yesterday at the airport, and, you know, I thought it was, I think he was greeted well. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Stefan. How you going, man?
Hi there, cool, man. Talk to us.
Stefan, you see what I tell you what third world is? Third world is not the economic state and the condition of your country is, and the mentality and the thinking of the people, you know. That is what third world is. You are one of the greatest world leader right now visiting your shores that the country could only benefit. One store, thinking about what they do in Muslim in India. Over 200 million Muslims in India. I wonder if Shah Rukh Khan does be complaining to Modi when they're in IPL and playing cricket and thing about getting treated bad and thing. Yeah, but you know what really I was bothered about with this whole visit is when I see the airport authority police come around. I say, oh God, they're going to tell them to move all them vehicles on them because they park up too long. Yeah, but I say, oh God, look back at that going and take place here now. Look, airport authority come to tell them move all them vehicles. They're going to park too long. And Modi them had to jump in the vehicle and skate out. Because remember, that's all them that's doing. And you know this man, I surprised to know, this man know more about Trinidad and Tobago than me. The
Really?
amount of people name he call and places and everything. I said, but wait, if I do research these things, I wouldn't know all that. And he read out, he off the top of his head just talk out all that, but Templin is see Lara, this one, that. But I said, he good.
Yeah.
Like I say, all we have to do is to benefit from that. I can see no wrong.
Yeah.
And everything come with a cost. And from what we was hearing for the last couple of days in Parliament and thing, I don't feel this we bust any way in hosting this event.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think so. Yeah, man.
Yeah, take care, man.
I don't think they're going to come out in Parliament and hold the former administration accountable for their waste and mismanagement. And this, you can't count this as waste and mismanagement, by the way. It's two different things. Handing out contracts to CPEP contractors days before a general election, millions of dollars in contracts, that is a scheme within itself, and that could be deemed as misbehavior in public office or abuse of public funds and just everything attached to politics. That you could label as that. But on visits like this is investment. So all of this is part of an investment in order. The order the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and everything being given to Prime Minister Modi, all of that is part of investment in order to cut business deals. You understand what I'm saying? So once there are good relations between Trinidad and Tobago and India, like I said, India has a market of 1.4 billion people, right? It's one of the largest markets in the world, if not the biggest, outside of China and the African continent. Hello, good morning. Who knows? Maybe they, and I would imagine that they may target, the African continent. The Prime Minister did speak about South America, which is an untapped market for Trinidad and Tobago exports. So we'll see where that goes. Hello, good morning. Hey, yeah, man, morning.
Welcome. This man got welcome like where you guys in Vincent, boy.
Yeah, but my welcome, I didn't have, I didn't see Ralph yet.
Yeah, but the caution be too much because she gave him a double seat last night in the diplomatic center, boy. So he can even eat cheap, yeah.
All right.
She gave him a double. So the caution be much on the taxpayers.
Oh, you get doubles? Well, oh gosh, well look at that, we safe already. Cheapest meal on the street. You understand?
And he drink water, yeah. He didn't drink juice, he drink a glass of water.
You drink a glass of water, all right?
It's important because this one of the world leaders. So, I mean, I don't know what the country worried about.
Yeah.
We only gain, and we can't lose.
No, exactly. It's all about trade and international relations.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, man.
But you enjoy, yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. So, these are things that you ought not to have to explain to people. It's a bit sad that sometimes you have to. And I understand, the bitterness of those those who support the opposition, because you have seen your party come under a scathing attack for expenditure, and so on and so forth, with monies being spent here, there, and everywhere. We had $600 billion spent over a 10-year period in Trinidad and Tobago under the PNM. And, Anna Roberts spoke about that, or somebody spoke about it in one of the sittings of the House, either the Senate or the House of Representatives. And we had to remember that, it's $600 billion, and when you look back and you say, but what did we get for $600 billion? You're telling me that a few million on a visit like this gon' light a fire? Come now, man. That's just pettiness. It's also, we have to remember as well that by the way, if you go and you look at the India media, I saw a report from India, and it was reported in India how Prime Minister Modi was received and so on and so forth, and they had all the highlights of people and so on and so forth, the tassa, the steel pan, they had highlights of everything now, and they spoke quite highly about how he was received. So, from India's perspective as well in their media, the reports went well. Hello, good morning. Oh, sorry, that's not. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, hello, Stefan.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, talking about the visit of this Prime Minister is great. It's the first time since I know myself that we had an election in this country, and at a short time, I guess, after having a visit by a great man of a great country, that says millions of words and things to come. And who vexed about it? Let them stay vexed about it. And who want to know the cause? Well, they will get to know the cause sooner or later. This is no time for pulling and tugging. This is a time about thinking about the future and thinking about greatness, not slackness and not stupidness. Have a nice day, Steph.
All right, no problem. And with that, we got to hold up here. We got to hold up slightly. And we comment to Ralph, actually. Because St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I can't leave out Ralph. We can't leave out the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right? Because he had some little baccaral too. I see that a little baccaral between he and Munilal. Where Munilal picked up on the statement that he made about monopoly money and this was raised and so on and so forth. Actually met the Minister of Finance last night in Steel and Glitter. We'll have a little feature on that a little bit later on. We do have some interviews as well to run in the second hour when we cover the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Vincy Mass 2025. Rodney Small, who is the CEO of the CDC, spoke to him yesterday. Also spoke to the reigning Calypso Monarch who will defend his crown on Sunday. That's Madzat. And we had an interview with a very talented young lady. She's 12 years old. She goes by the name of Lexi. She's actually the granddaughter of Sugar Aloes. And we had a nice little conversation with her yesterday. She's a very, very confident young woman. And, well, you'll hear what happened in the interview. All right, so we have all that for you in our packed second hour. But before we get to that, I want to remind you about the Keolic range of products. And this is backed by science, and it's made with that aged garlic extract. And you can try any one of the products in the Keolic range, including the Keolic Cleanse and Digestion, the Keolic Blood Pressure Health, the Keolic Cholesterol Health, the Keolic Total Heart Health, and the Keolic Circulation Health, all proven to be effective in sustaining healthy levels, and all includes the aged garlic extract formulation. There's also the Keo Green Powder Drink Mix and the Keodophilus Probiotics. And you can pick them up at any pharmacy or any health store across the country. And for more information on these products, you could also WhatsApp 728-0338. That is 728-0338. Also, I want to remind you about Palm Star Promotions. So Palm Star Promotions, of course, Tobago. Yeah, man, thing coming for all you, man. Parents and teachers, listen up. Palm Star Promotion is back with the 4th annual Spelling and Vocabulary Challenge. It will happen on the 12th of July at Lowlands Mall for standards 3, 4, and 5, ages 9 to 12 plus, and homeschool students are also welcome to participate. The top prize is going to be a desktop computer for the school with the most student entries and points. And there's going to be loads more up for grabs, tablets, medals, and exciting surprises. And you can pick up a Kotese Kotela dictionary at Charan's in Tunapuna, Trin City, San Juan, or Diego Martin. You'll get 5% off. You could register now by visiting Palm Star Promotions, or you can call Auntie Esther on 471-2604. And remember, no uniforms, dress elegantly casual. It's time to listen, learn, and shine, only with Palm Star Promotions. And we also have Set Wyola aboard. Set has the Holistic Health Clinic, which is powered by nutritional therapy. So stop managing those diseases when you can reverse them naturally. And they specialize in reversing cancer, digestive disorders, hypertension, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and more. It's drug-free, supplement-free, and they're dealing with the root cause healing through nutritional therapy. You could call or WhatsApp him on 279-3935 or 761-1952. that is set by your board. Book your appointment today and rebuild your health from the inside out naturally. With that, we take the first break. We will be back in a short. When we come back, Ralph, yeah boy, yup.
Elevate 2025 University Fair, Trinidad. This is more than just a fair. It's a space to connect, to ask real questions, to upskill and transform your future. Meet top universities from the UK, USA, Canada, and Caribbean, plus local institutions, companies and establishments, dignitaries and Caribbean alumni. Hear from a team that gets you real advice, real opportunities, and real success stories. Just a community pushing you higher. Benefit from university placements, admission guidance, career networking, scholarships, insider tips, and mentorship. AJ Academic Agency has invested in your success from application to alumni. Join us Sunday, the 6th of July 2025 at the Hilton Trinidad from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Entry is free. Elevate your options. Elevate your network. Elevate your future. Visit ajacademicagency.com to learn more.
Don't tell me about work, I out on the road today. Me and some pretty beaches, I out on the boat today. I don't care what time of day it is, I'm drinking rum today. Having fun today. Yeah! Holiday. Today is a holiday. I don't care what.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
I'm looking for a magic for this disaster of a war.
You need a master plan.
A what?
Kaleidoscope Weather Master Exterior Latex Emulsion. It stands up to our wicked sun and crazy rain. It shields against fading, protects against mildew, and is crack resistant. This paint so tough that it is tried and tested against British standards and formulated with European raw material.
Kaleidoscope Weathermaster Exterior Latex Emulsion, the premium outdoor paint that protects and shields against fading. Available at hardware and Kaleidoscope color shops nationwide.
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the Castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
Still Force Caribbean Limited, number 47 Lot 6 Montu Trace in Pinal, is your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication, offering full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set to API standards. They offer a wide range of services in residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call at 490-2771 or 399-7590. Steel Force Caribbean Limited, number 47 Lot 6 Montu Trace in Pinal, reinventing the standard of how we handle steel.
Yes, sir! No time to waste this vacation. Join Elders Classes Vacation Bootcamp.
Our vacation program has a wide range of CSEC subjects. Also, this vacation, we have an 8 weeks conversational Spanish course. Tradition allows us at Elders to pass on what we know and what we love.
Drill them this vacation. No kicks. Join your batch.
All right, so we are back here on Breaking Dawn, and we are just about, well, 6:30, not just about, we at 6:30, and I want to say good morning to King James, all right, James dos Santos, who apparently resides here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and the person told me you're in my homeland, so I would imagine that while I'm here, they're probably in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, how the switch goes. All right, so I'll tell you what, as we get things started, or we resume proceedings in terms of getting interactive with you, we have 29 minutes of this hour remaining before we get into everything St. Vincent and the Grenadines as it relates to Vincy Mass 2025. Ralph Gonsalves got himself in a little hot water. Now, I remember we highlighted what he said on Wednesday morning, and then I saw that there was this response. People were saying, well, did he go too far? Was it offensive? And now, if you put up the headline for me, St. Vincent PM says he has no problem with people of Trinidad and Tobago. And St. Vincent and Grenadines Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves says his comment that Trinidad and Tobago currency is like monopoly money was taken out of context. And he will be sending a copy of his speech to Energy Minister Dr. Rudal Munilal. He says he has no issues with the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And on Tuesday, Munilal, speaking at an energy symposium, criticized Gonsalves' comments and called them unhelpful. He further accused Gonsalves of remaining silent when the former government, quote, mismanaged the economy, end quote. But during a radio program day before, that would have been on Wednesday, or Thursday, no, Wednesday? No, just now, hold on, This article was written yesterday. So, yeah, that would have been on Wednesday. All right, so on Wednesday, right, during a radio program on Wednesday, Gonsalves said he was not attacking the country, and his comment was a by-the-way remark highlighting a larger issue of foreign exchange. And he added that Munilal's comment that he did not raise the issue with Dr. Kiroli when he was Prime Minister is not true, as Gonsalves said he's been speaking about the forex issues between the countries as far back as 2018. All right, let me just stick up in right here. Ralph, come on, interview now. Let me get an interview before I leave here now, Ralph. I'll go talk, who I talk to, Ezzy? Yeah. I'll talk to Ezzy. We'll see if we can sit down with Ralph. Right? Yeah. All right? And it ain't going to cost you anything. I'm done here already. I'm done here, Ralph. You don't want to fly me in anything. Right? We're done here. All right? So, all right, let me tell you what's going on here. His mother is Trinidadian, not so? And his wife is Trini. So his mother and his wife is Trini. But his mother make sure he married a Trinidadian? No. Okay, all right, cool. All right, and his wife is from where in Trinidad?
She grew up in Arima.
Arima girl? Oh gosh, Ralph, Arima girl. All right, no problem. So his wife is Trini, his mother is Trini, and I think in the context of what he was saying, and I think I said this on Wednesday, I don't see anything wrong. Somebody messaged me and said, Ralph has to remember when Manning was prime minister, he used to fly down to Trinidad and get money and all kind of thing and never pay back. And listen, I hearing all of that. That's in the past. My thing is, you have to take a comment for what it is. So there are two takeaways from this entire comment that the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines made that gives it weight, that makes it a solid comment, that you cannot take as an insult. The first thing that you have to take away is that when they do trade with Trinidad and Tobago, they pay in US dollars. But when Trinidad and Tobago is doing trade with St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we pay them in TT. That within itself solidifies and gives credibility to the statement that he's making, because in a sense he is saying, I can't pay you in US currency and you pay me back in TT dollars. That is not fair. Secondly, the second takeaway on the monopoly money comment, I challenge anybody living in Trinidad and Tobago. Go to Antigua, Barbados, the Dominican Republic, go to Guyana, hell, go to Venezuela and try to pay with TT dollars. See if they don't run you out of there. You understand what I'm saying? It's not accepted anywhere. It has no value outside of Trinidad. That is true. Now, I think he made the statement as well, the way that he made it, to get the attention of the government, the new government, to see if things can be fixed. You know what I mean? Because from what he is saying, he's been yelling and screaming about this issue for the longest while, as far back as 2018. 2018 is 7 years ago, right? And nothing has been done. So after you have approached a situation a specific way, there comes a time now that you have to kind of sensationalize it in order to get a response or to get the problem resolved. So that's my take on it. 327-7400. I stand by what I say. I don't think he said anything wrong. It has nothing to do with me being in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It has nothing to do with that. I think that those 2 points are valid and I have no problem with it. We have to make Trinidad and Tobago dollar be valued elsewhere in the world. It carries no weight. None whatsoever. You understand? Right now, you know where my TT dollars is? In a pocket, in the pocket of my bag. Not even in the pocket, you know, but in a pocket of the pocket of my bag. Morning. Morning.
Morning, sir, from Digo Central. How are you going?
Yeah, Digo Central. Talk to us.
Yeah, I agree with every word Ralph said. And it's exactly what you said. You could take EC in St. Vincent's EC dollars is used, right?
EC and they accept US, of course.
Right, but EC is a currency, the main currency.
EC.
You could take EC dollars and go to any bank in any Caribbean island and they will take it, change it, or they will even take it as payment. It have value in all the Caribbean islands, including Trinidad.
Yeah.
But you can't spend TT dollars nowhere in the Caribbean. So the man saying what he say, it may sound offensive to us, yes, but it's the absolute truth.
Yeah.
It is monopoly money. It have no value outside of Trinidad and Tobago.
None whatsoever.
You understand? So I don't give the man no wrong for what he say. And the man is right. If we're doing trade together, why we have to do it in different currencies? Why we can't standardize the currency? Either
That's
you
right.
pay in EC or you pay in US.
Correct.
You understand? And to say one more thing, you have to remember too, the other side very spiteful, so you can't take it for granted that they favor everything that's going on too.
Well, yeah.
All right, Stefan, enjoy your trip, man.
All right,
You're looking comfortable and relaxed.
No problem. Oh, I am very relaxed. Something with St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the ear here. I don't know. And I feel lighter when I hear. You know? Yeah.
Well, boy, enjoy your stay.
All right, cool, man. Yeah. And I could tell you, it's something in the ear. Right. Morning.
Steph, morning. Steph, whilst I take no umbrage, nothing at all for what Mr. Gonsalves said, son, I think right now, the government of the day would change that, where people will be able to get Forex to do the exchange in terms of the goods. Son, because of the PNM, that is why the man has to say what you say, because the same farmers can get in the US. You understand, Stefan?
Yeah.
They ain't getting in the US to do no trade, so they have to spend TT money. But it's such a shame that, we are supposed to be the America of the Caribbean. We have more resources than all the rest of the Caribbean islands. Understand? But yet still we money and no value.
Exactly.
I've always asked myself that how come Barbados had their own money, the rest of the Caribbean using ECs, only we, Jamaica and Guyana have our own currency, and the two of us, right now I think Guyana money are more value than we own, if I'm not mistaken.
But you could go down.
Really
Well, what is happening now is you have a lot of Trinidadian businessmen that are going on to Guyana to get US dollars,
The US, I remember the vice president had to say that and
Yeah.
tell Rowley that talk about why did all the businessmen that come here for US. You can remember that?
Correct.
Yeah, son. Yeah, Stefan, one thing I know you didn't touch on for the week. I know you in Vincy, but why is this big drastic increase in newsday from $3 to $5 per people now?
What?
Not what? You know that Newsday increased the price of the newspaper from $3 to $5.
Are you serious? I did not see that.
Newsday newspapers is now $5 for one. And
on a Sunday?
On a Sunday, there's Monday to Friday, Saturday and all. I go to buy papers in the week and hand the man $3 in St. James. The man tell me, boss man, you have $2 me. I say, me have $2 for you. Here, watch, papers going up, $5 for one. I say, big man, give back my $3, please. I ain't supporting that. Here I can't support that stuff. And as a man that's always reading news in newspapers, and at that time they're reading, and it to me like the editors and them, like they ain't doing the work.
Yeah. I've seen that already.
Come on.
Yeah.
So if you want my $5, your papers have to be accurate with all information. You can't have no discrepancies on it.
Yeah.
Understand? And once again, well, you see this former central bank governor, he hired the former so-called prime minister to be lawyer, Stuart Young. You can imagine that Stuart Young can be the lawyer to fight case.
I don't think he has a case. He will be compensated. They're going to pay him off for whatever the case is. But they had to get rid of him to move forward with the business, and that's it. Full stop.
Come on.
Yeah, man.
Come on, the prime minister do something, do your part. But once again, Stefan, that the PNM fair and fire on them. And partner, you and your colleagues will be safe down there in St. Vincent. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Oh God, pressure in the camp. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Yes, Stefan.
Yeah, man, go ahead. He just always end up muting himself. I wonder if it's a teenage mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, morning, yeah.
No problem. I see. You're really enjoying yourself across the way.
Nah, well, brother, listen, everything lighter over here, I mean, the Carnival is in the air, the hotel's sold out, everything's sold out. The vibe of the people,
nice.
You know what I mean? It's just different, yeah. It's a nice little location.
No, what I realize is today is the second day and I see you wearing short pants, and since you're wearing short pants, boy, the alphabet people are watching your program now, boy.
What? Hand over jeans sit down. I've had no problem. Lord have mercy, I tell you. Oh, good. Hey, Lord. The only alphabet I know about is alphabet soup. Yes, morning.
You will take a few sunsets for me, right?
Oh, God, no, Ricky. No.
Bring back some for me, right?
Bring back some for you.
Some for me. But hear this. Yeah. This is a problem. How long you know that I telling you something? I have been traveling all around the Caribbean, and it's the same problem with TNT dollar. For the longest while I can remember, since I think it's Elia Robinson, when they had the same thing that's saying that they wanted to change and make it one Caribbean currency.
Yeah.
You know how long that is, man?
Yeah, that was a while back, yeah.
For Ralph Gonsalves to go all these years to come and talk about that now, why?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Just wait until, I don't know when, what they're going to wait again. That is the same thing that's going on for the ever and ever and ever, but it's can't change that now. That really and truly, because we this is a real problem when we traveling to go Grenada, you know, I have my business in Grenada. When we go Grenada, you can't use that.
Exactly. You cannot use Trinidad and Tobago dollars anywhere, and nobody don't want it.
So, man, enjoy yourself over the weekend. Don't forget, man.
You really want me to bring out the sunset fair?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah,
enjoy
no
yourself
problem.
later.
All right. Ricky is a criminal, you know. I'll bring it for you, Ricky. Have no fear. Final caller before we take a break. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Stefan boy.
Morning. What's up? Go ahead.
Yeah, enjoy yourself. Don't study nothing. what I have to tell you, I am against what he say. But when I hear that he said no, because I have never heard him speak that in the 9 years robbery was it. If he say in 2018, I have no problem with that. He should show us proof of that. Right? Because how we hear it now, I don't like how he said no.
Okay.
Right? But what I will say, you hear Ansel Metal have a problem now, and they want Kamala to fix that too. Right? Kamala had to fix everything.
Well, she said that. She said she will fix it.
Right. So what I'm saying, I am feeling so good. So I had to call she to tell she, well, to get a place for me in the hospital too. Because you know, she had to fix everything. No problem. And Stefan, I will tell you something. Anytime your car break down, call Kamala. She go fix that way.
But I'm now going to tell you that. I have a little noise getting clang. And Chris, you know about it? It's sounding like, yeah, I had to call Kamala to fix that. She said she fixed everything.
Right.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Enjoy yourself, boy.
Yeah.
As much as you can enjoy yourself.
All right, my brother. Thanks.
Make short and get more short.
Yeah.
It's still too long.
Oh, God. All this trouble. That's why. No, Cam says she fixing everything. So I ain't the one that get fixed too? Yeah. She lucky when I had the wax problem in my ears, I didn't come by her. And she could have fixed that too. It would not cost me $1,300. It would not cost me $1,300. And let me tell you something, the one complaint I have. Yesterday, Kelmore carried us some teeth. We have now put a ban, an official ban, on Kelmore advising us on where to go and eat. We went into a place, and Kelmore only carried me to a place where it's had a partial alley. You realize that? You had to go through a small little alley, so it looked like you'll get robbed if you bend the corner. No, it's serious, though. Somebody will grab you and, you know, these kind of little holes now, boy. So Kelmore carried, because Kelmore from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right? This is his homeland. So he knows the place. At least we thought so. So Kelmore carried us by this place yesterday. He said, look, we will get something to eat here and we'll be belly in your hand. When I tell you belly in your hand, you ever take a drink of water and you feel the water just going down the line in your belly here, right down to your big toe? That is how empty his stomach was. Poor Chris, sniffling, like he pick up a little something. You understand? I don't know where he pick it up from because nobody else here is sick except him. Right? And it's a good thing he downstairs and I upstairs. So keep that here. Right? You handle J. Hamilton and them fellas and them don't handle me. So we go into the place now and we order. We're looking at, he carry us a blackfish. Right? Because one of the boys from J. Hamilton, what's his name? Mario. Mario said he wanted to taste this blackfish. I said, blackfish? I said, where's blackfish? I said, they said, well, Kelmore said it is blackfish, like the name implies, it's black. I said, look, I'll try anything once. So we go on in there, but I said, look, I ain't want a whole meal with blackfish. But I don't know how I go taste. So I order a little fish and chips. A little fish and chips. Right? And when I say a little fish and chips, Chris said, well, boy, I go eat where you eating. So I said, Chris, I go pay for it. Fish and chips. 18 easy for the fish and chips, I must say. All right? Mario decide eating a fish and chips too, you had a fish and chips. Kelmore ordered the blackfish with whatever it come with it, right? 2 sides. I think it was rice and corn pie. Rice and corn pie. Man, here now we sit down, eh? We waiting. Belly in your hand, eh, boy? When I tell you belly in your hand till you're cold sweating and you're ready to fall off the stool, eh? We hungry, boy. Because we went and we do some work that morning. Yesterday morning. So next thing you know, I see the man coming to the table with his plates. Listen, the food tastes good, eh? And I understand that when you order in a restaurant, they give you a portion. You know, like a fistful. But if he was given portion in a fistful, he hand real small. His hand had to be real small. We get about 3 pieces of fish about this big. I lie, Chris? Like 3 nuggets. No filet, you know. And I asked the man, you know, when he come, I say, what kind of fish it is? He say, barracuda. I say, barracuda? I never eat barracuda. I said, that plenty bone. He said, no, filet. I said, okay. But I know filet is thing like that. We get 3 pieces of fish about this in the plate. We get the fries. If we cut each fry in half, it still wouldn't make a portion of fries. But that we know is a portion of fries. It'd still be short. We literally get about what was about 10 fries? We want to be fair. It's about 10 fries. Well, 10 and a half because I get a little fella so. And listen, you could see the bottom of the plate. Let me put it that way. You see the whole plate with the food on it, eh? And then I feel sorry about that sauce. He could have put that in a saucer. He could have put that in a saucer that in his party cup on and in a full. It might have still have space. And then we get a little salad on the side. That salad, let me tell you something, is cabbage. It's just cabbage. It was cabbage and what? I think it was the purple cabbage and the white cabbage mix. Yeah. And he put a little mayonnaise thing. Right. Let me tell you something. I'm bitterly disappointed. It looked like he take the cabbage and he take a grater. And he grated one so. Whoop. And wherever land in the plate, that was his salad. Literally one little whoop. I eat that with a fork. And when I pass the fork on there, the whole salad pick up. It did not no more salad in the plate. I said, what trouble is this, boy? I sure to lose weight. If I don't come back Trinidad 15 pounds lighter, something wrong. It's the smallest portion of food I've seen in my life. My brother. And here was the next thing too. Something wrong with that man, you know. If you see people in the place, and we realize, and Kelmore said I'm the owner. But the owner, he's the barman, he's the waiter, he's the cleaner. The only thing he ain't doing is cooking. Man, hire somebody now, brother. How much is it going to cost you a week to hire somebody? And when we tell Kelmore, oh, it's sometimes hard to get good help. What's the population size here? 100,000 people live in St. Vincent. You can't find one person to at least tend to the customers. The man all over the place. You see the man running all over the place. He picking up your empty plate. He coming and he serving you. He sweeping. He mopping. He putting out the garbage. He mixing the drink for you. He go down place the order in the kitchen. He bringing the food for you. Oh, Jesus, nature's Lord have mercy. But I must say the pepper sauce went down well. So I had pepper sauce for lunch yesterday. Listen. Anyhow, we're 7 minutes away from the hour 7 o'clock. Chris, you got to lengthen this one. I don't see no sense in taking the break now and coming back with the or maybe we could leave that alone. You think we should leave that alone for next week? But when we go find time to play that, but Anil Roberts really dig into them in the Senate the other day, you know. It was one senator in particular, he mashed up it. How long the clip is? It's a 3-minute clip? Here now. Now, there was a video that I wanted to run with Anil Roberts in the Senate where he spoke about the HEC issue. And he raised some serious concerns. But there was one senator that he pinpointed in the sitting of the Senate this week and he corrected her on several counts. It was almost embarrassing, right? But let me tell you something, that fella had a brain like elephant and he's not to be messed with. So when you get up and you talk tata, he going to correct you. Take me to the Anna Roberts clip. Or let's take this in. We don't have time to take calls on it, but take this in.
Thank you, UNC. Thank you, Prime Minister Kamala Prasad. Let me move on a bit to Senator Melanie Roberts Rajman. Good name, Senator. Let me just say first and foremost, if you're talking about efficient use of taxpayers' money, and you mentioned Scarborough Hospital, how beautiful it is, say thank you, UNC, thank you, Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisesa, because it was Kamala Prasad Bisesa and her government that finally finished that Scarborough Hospital where material was just disappearing to build apartments. And if Gate is good, Senator Roberts, then say thank you, Bastio Pandey, because it started with dollar for dollar. Before that, only rich people could go to university. And if you say that the Sea Bridge, the PNM finally fixed the Sea Bridge through procurement from ministers, whether it was purchasing a slow ferry called the Galleon's Passage for a port yet to be built in Grandi, Toko Sangre Grandi, to go to Tobago, that slow boat to China called the Galleon's Passage, $120 million wasted by a PNM cabinet committee, or whether it is prime ministerial and ministerial procurement of vessels from Ostal and Incat. You must remember that the Sea Bridge collapsed and Tobago was cut off from the rest of the world in 2017 because of decisions taken by the PNM to remove the Canadian company that was maintaining the Express and Spirit purchased by Patrick Mervyn, Augustus Manning, that were functioning beautifully, to replace it with a PNM contractor of a member of the board of the Port Authority, Magellan. Then these two vessels started to break down and Tobagonians had to put their goods on a barge. When the bananas green fig went on from Trinidad, by the time the barge reached, it ripe planting. If you recall that, then you would understand the torture that Tobagonians went through under PNM. Because I am half a Tobagonian. If you do not know, I just say it proudly. You said, Senator, that this appropriation, supplemental appropriation bill, shows no love for Tobago, none whatsoever. Well, I must say I agree with you. This appropriation really shows no love, no respect, no thought for Tobago. I see Senator Dan Paul laughing because he knows exactly where I'm going. Because this appropriation is the appropriation of the PNM. Anyone who understands governance understands that when an election is called in the mid of the budgetary process on April 28 with 35 days of campaigning, these numbers, these figures were all prepared by the previous government, the PNM government. So if Tobago is disrespected, that is true because this appropriation is PNM, and that's why Tobago rejected PNM and the THA rejected them in the constituency and will continue to reject them.
That's pretty interesting because I saw a headline earlier this week where just on the last point that he made with the appropriation for Tobago, I saw them saying, oh, they don't care about Tobago and this, that, and I know money for Tobago. And I can't remember if it was the lone cowboy, the lone ranger out there in Tobago, also the THA. What's his name again? I can't remember. But I can't remember if he's the one who's making the noise. But that's a very interesting point made by Anna Roberts. Well, if it is that you find what is allocated for Tobago is not enough, keep in mind, that is the PNM allocation. Remember, they allocated funds for an entire budget for a whole fiscal year to the tune of $60 billion. And by April, in the month of the election, all funds had been exhausted in a lot of the ministries. They went and they run through all that money, man. $60 billion. But they're studying how much it costs for Modi to come here. Why you don't go and ask the previous administration what happened to the $60 billion that they allocated for a fiscal year? That's what you need to find out. You understand? Go and ask that. That's the question you need to know. Because Modi visiting costing $60 billion, but something costs you $60 billion, and you don't even know what it costs you $60 billion. And while you're at it too, try and get some good information and allocate the $2.3 billion too that could not be found in the Auditor General's report. Right? And while you're at it, try and find out where your foreign exchange was going. You understand what I'm saying? That you can't even get $200 in the bank. You dig? That is all you need to find out. All you want to study how much it costs to bring Modi here. Well, not here, but there. That sounds strange, eh? Eh? Yeah, boy. But I ain't lying, huh? A full plate of food go be nice today, boy, Chris. Eh? A full plate. Like a full plate of food now, boy. You rather toast your... You see, look here. It was so bad for Chris. He rather toast bread this morning. He didn't want to go out and buy food again. Poor fella. Kelma, you mash up the man whole visitor to St. Vincent. And we still have what? Today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. What we go do? Listen, I'll make it up. I go cook. You go and cook? Kelma, we don't want you to cook. We don't want you to cook. We might get a little, you know them small wing and leg? We might get some kind of pigeon wing and leg there. Some small piece of meat so with a spoonful of rice, because the kind of places you can't wait in full in my belly. We from Trinidad, brother man. We are custom eating. Now we mightn't anyhow. The smaller portions might be the healthier thing, but nevertheless. Kelmo are not eating no doubles in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I'm telling you straight. And don't tell me about no Trinidadian selling it, because if he can't make money in Trinidad selling doubles, it have a reason why you over here. Alright? It have a reason. I will try anything once. I ain't afraid the taste of the doubles, you know. It's something else afraid. Now the blackfish taste, oh yeah, just before, the blackfish didn't taste bad. It's a kind of quiet taste. But like it's not something I would run down. But if you say, hey, I make some blackfish, if I'm hungry, I'll eat it. I'm gonna put it that way. You know what I mean? I'll eat it. It's not somehow saying, no, don't eat that. No. Anyway, Open Minds Education. Parents, if you're looking for something meaningful for the children for summer, this is it. Open Minds is back with their online summer camp. And it's more than just worksheets and lectures. From July 21st to August 15th, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to noon, your child will be learning math, grammar, and creative writing live on Zoom. No drop-offs, no traffic, no hassle. Just smart learning from the comfort of your home. Spots are limited, so WhatsApp them now on 388-6635. And that's Open Minds, Education Beyond Boundaries. Also, I want to remind you about Chef Shiraz. So Chef Shiraz has several courses for the July-August vacation. And those courses will include, and remember this is cooking courses, and this is Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy. And the Culinary Academy is located at Ramsing Plaza in Chagonas. These courses start from July 21st all the way to August 9th. And there are 5 different courses you could sign up for. Food, restaurant, and catering workshop, the summer kids cooking classes, the certificate in culinary arts, the baking and pastry course, and the creative international cuisine. All right, and to do so, you can call or WhatsApp Chef on 3724639 or 7375097. Make sure and get in contact with him today. And before we go to the break, give me Flow. I'll do Nights after. All right, so we want to remind you about Flow. Get non-stop protection with Armor Security with 24/7 monitoring, instant alerts, motion sensors, and rapid response. You and your loved ones stay protected day and night. And it's powered by Flow in partnership with All Pro Security, protection that moves to your beat. Visit discoverflow.co for details. And with that, we're going to be back after this. When we come back, is everything Vincy Mass, from Rodney Small to Lexi and everything in between. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Elevate 2025 University Fair, Trinidad. This is more than just a fair. It's a space to connect, to ask real questions, to upskill and transform your future. Meet top universities from the UK, USA, Canada, and Caribbean, plus local institutions, companies and establishments, dignitaries and Caribbean alumni. Hear from a team that gets you real advice, real opportunities and real success stories. Just a community pushing you higher. Benefit from university placements, admission guidance, career networking, scholarships, insider tips and mentorship. AJ Academic Agency has invested in your success from application to alumni. Join us Sunday the 6th of July 2025 at the Hilton Trinidad from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Entry is free. Elevate your options. Elevate your network. Elevate your future. Visit ajacademicagency.com to learn more.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji. Are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh Ji. He is an expert in palm, face and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh Ji at +1 86838438844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisure Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisure Limited. Quality you can trust.
In 1956, he exploded onto the Calypso stage with and for 50 plus years, the magnificent Mighty Sparrow ruled the world stage with hit after hit. Be part of an unforgettable night as some of his younger proteges take the stage like Rodney McIntosh, Chuck Gordon, Devon Seal, KB Charles, Terry Lyons, Pink Panther, Oscar B, and Luther to say thank you, Sparrow.
That's all, that is all, that is all.
And San Fernando, because you asked for it, you got your wish. Thank You Sparrow is now South and North. Saturday, 26th July, Sapa, and Thursday, 31st, the day before the holiday, Napa. Showtime, 6 p.m.
And the Mighty Sparrow himself have asked that the first edition tickets at $75 off be extended until his 90th birthday, this Wednesday, July 9th.
For more info, call 491-1802.
Thank you, Sparrow.
CEO of the CDC, Mr. Rodney Small, who last time I saw him, he was in Trinidad and Tobago outside Synergy TV, come and he play a little pan. And he had a tune a couple of years before that with Hans John, which was still one of my favorite songs coming out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And he's now, well, he gone from the Bossa Pan to, I mean, when I say the Bossa Pan, this is the man. When you're talking steel pan in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, this is the man here. All right. So he gone from steel pan to CEO, and amongst that, well, other things. So we're gonna find out from him the transition, the position, and where Vincy Mass is at this year for 2025, because we're in a lot of good things. So Rodney, nice to see you again, my brother.
Blessings.
And hey, you look like you're in HRD, man.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
I know I get older, but I ain't no boy. So let me find out now. Now you have a steel pan background.
Yeah,
you're known for that as the main man. Tell us a little bit about the transition from that into the position of CEO at the CDC. And what made you kind of get into that aspect of things?
Very good question, and that's a question I've been getting from a lot of people. Well, I actually started playing from about 8-7.
Right.
And so I've been around the art form, I mean, that cultural element. And of course, going to school in Jamaica, I did a bit of a production and set design and stage management type of work, right? Arts management on a whole. And after coming back home from Jamaica, I mean, I did a lot of work here at the CDC voluntarily.
Okay.
Because I wanted to put some of that practical work in from what I was doing at school. I mean, and just being around the organization for that period of time. And then, I mean, there was the elections for the Pan Association, what we would call Pan Trimbigo. We call it Yulo Pan Movement. And I decided, I was looking at the organization for quite a while as a panist and started thinking about how I could make a contribution outside of just playing or arranging for Pan. And then I decided to run for the presidency, and I was elected. I mean, fast forward, I'm now the president of the Pan Association for the past 9 years.
Okay.
I mean, working closely to the CDC and the production team, because I was the production manager for quite a while here at the CDC.
Okay.
And the former CEO, Mr. Ashford Wood, I want to big him up. I mean, he always kept me very close to him.
Right.
Not knowing what was the reason for me, I was just doing work, right? And I mean, when he was getting close to retirement, I mean, he always said to me, I mean, this is something that you should consider. But he was also mindful that I have my own career going on, right? And if I really wanted to take that step. And I mean, thinking about it, never really took it serious. And then being a board of director at the CDC, and I realized that we were going to open the call for CEO. So it went out the first time I didn't apply. Because I felt like, I mean, I really didn't need a position to have an influence because I was already doing the work.
You already had an influence on,
Correct.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, the first call went out, and then I think the board of directors did a second call. And I mean, a lot of persons reach out and say, Rodney, why you don't do it? But while I was thinking about, should I do it or should I not do it, I was also thinking about where my career is at as a panist, as a production manager and stuff like that. And I mean, the deadline for that was a Monday at 12 noon. I mean, and I sat with myself that Monday morning and I said, you know what? I think that this is something that I can add to my plate that could make a difference.
Right.
Because I was doing the work already. It's just a matter of giving me a different seat in the bus. Right.
Okay.
And
That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah. And then
Driver seat.
and then 10:30 a.m. on that Monday before the 12 noon cutoff is when I submitted my application.
Okay.
And I did not just submit an application, but I submit my vision for Vincy Mass from my standpoint and not what I was seeing around me. And I was shortlisted. Nobody knew I applied.
Okay.
So even when I was sitting in the board meeting and they asked me to be excused because they were going to discuss the applicants, everybody was surprised why you're asking Rodney to excuse. And that's when the chairman revealed Rodney did apply.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then shortlisted, went through the interview process, and then the big reveal. And it has just been love from since then to now.
Right.
A lot of love and support. And quite naturally, as I said, I placed a 3-year vision on my application so that the board would know that this is not just something that I'm applying for as something that's, as we would say, for kicks, but it's something that is very dear to my heart.
Right.
So when I got the approval, and it was just smooth sailing, and I just want persons to know that this particular day is approximately 4 months since I'm the CEO.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
I came in on around March 17 and had to start blazing. But what was very important, Stefan, is that I came in on the shoulders of some very experienced men and women of the CDC.
Okay.
So some of it was pretty much easy. I was already there. And what was beautiful is that I was already here. So it felt like home. And as I say, it's just a different seat in the bus.
In the bus,
you know
right.
what I mean? But all of us is a part of the vehicle. And we have to go.
But do you think being involved in the carnival from the point of an entertainer,
right, correct.
right? In terms of your vision, because a lot of people who in the thing, they hear the whispers from people saying, this could have be better if, and this could have be better if, and we should do this with this, and things like that. And then you have people sitting down in the position, in the driver's seat, right? Who they some of them might be a little, they're not in it like you.
Right.
So therefore, sometimes they say you need to look in from the outside,
Right.
but sometimes you need to be inside to know what you need to do to improve the product, right? So you think that played a significant role in the vision that you put forward to the board?
Most definitely, because one of the things I've always been grounded. Right? Grounded, industry-wise, and not just carnival-wise, but industry, because all of the other elements and factors of the creative and cultural industries plays a very important part in carnival, right? So I was always grounded, as I said, not just as a performer, but I was also the director of creative and cultural industries in the Ministry of Culture.
Right.
So I was coming in very seasoned and knowing, as a practitioner, what I would love to see, and even as somebody in admin, what I think is possible.
Right.
Because as creatives, our imagination is very broad. If you leave us, we would go very wild.
Yeah.
But being able to create that marriage with a creative and admin, you understand, was really one of my strong points, or is one of my strong points.
Right.
And just being able to be on the ground, interface with the different practitioners, hearing them out, and quite naturally, it's not everything you hear you would be able to implement and want to put forward. But the point is, I was able to give everybody a listening ear while I would meditate on what is being said and what is practical. Right? Because that's why the 3-year plan I put forward was there already.
Yeah.
Because I look at the low-hanging fruits, and the mid one, and then of course the long-term goal. And then being able to sell that now to the board of directors was very easy, because it came from a place where it wasn't just me. It was just the average person on the street who's a practitioner, and just an average person who have nothing to do with carnival or the culture on a whole, because they are the consumer. And looking at what they need and what their appetite, and aligning ourselves with what is happening globally with entertainment.
With entertainment, that's right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why we have all these networks with Synergy, which been around for a while. And it's not just talking to you, but even observing what is going on in your program. It's like, okay, all right, that is what is happening in the world of media in Trinidad or even beyond. How do we include that in what we're having? But also, most importantly, is how do we stay true and authentic as Vincent?
To keep your culture. And
So and that's why there was a lot of love for the position. Well, me getting the position, not just as an individual, but because of the work that I've been putting out. Not by myself, but as I said, I'm now resting on some shoulders of some great men and women who have been doing this thing for quite a number of years.
Right.
So what you have is the modernization, the innovation, the youthfulness mixed with the experience.
With the experience, yeah.
I mean, so
perfect combination, recipe for success. I want to ask you something before we get to some of the events now and what is in store and the whole, the increase in flights, people coming in, all the hotels sold out, things like that. So the CDC themselves has a list of events. Of course, Glitter and Steel and the Junior Panorama is going to take place. But before we get to Glitter and Steel Panorama, I'd ask you something as a pan man. You saw the world record with Joshua? Yeah, we thought about that.
Great, tremendous.
It's in nature to try to break it.
I mean, yes and no. Yes and no. Joshua's my boy. My boy. But I felt good as a panelist to know that. And somebody is actually looking to see how they can put pan even more on a global
on the global
platform. I've said it on my social media platform. This is something that we all as panelists need to embrace. Joshua and I, we talk very often. You know what I mean? And when I saw it, I felt like if it was me there, and what that did is it inspired a lot of us to try these things that are unconventional.
Correct. It was something, when he decided it came out and it hit in the news and he's going to break this record and he going and play pan for this amount. And everybody's like, what?
Yeah.
It have a world record for that? It wasn't something that people were aware of now. And it really created and promoted the steel pan.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
So, and that's not just for Trinidad and Tobago, that's pan anywhere in the world.
Correct. So, big up Joshua, same way, big up Trinidad and Tobago. At the end of the day, the only thing that separates us is land and water.
Ah, boy, true. And well, the cooking too. Everybody had a different thing in cooking, you know what I mean? I like the food here, like I say, every time I eat it gets smaller. So, my belly going down. So, no, so it had to mean that something, well, maybe don't have certain things in the food here that I have back home. That's what I'm saying. But I enjoy the food here in St. Vincent and Grenadines. Now, all right, let's get to the equivalent of Panorama, which is Glitter and Steel.
Yeah.
What is in store later? The bands themselves, the competition. How stiff is the competition?
Well, I won't be able to say how stiff the competition is because although I'm the president of the PAN Association, I took a step back and allowed the vice president to act. Because of the CEO position. So I don't want to be sitting in a board meeting and representing PAN plus representing the CEO. Right. So the vice president is acting now, but based off all the reports, it's a very tight competition, especially in the senior aspect of it, which you would call large band. Right. But for the kids is what I'm looking forward to every year. We have some
the juniors,
very good, talented, which start at 2 p.m. Today.
I like how it does go over into the senior.
Yeah.
It's be everything in one. It's be the junior panorama, and then it goes into the Glitter and Steel, which is the
bigger. Well, for Trinidad, we call it large band.
Yeah.
But for me, what based off of observation and going around and visiting the Panyard, what I've realized is that even 80% of the junior players is moving into the seniors. Right? So it shows continuation.
Nice.
It shows development. there's still a lot more room for us to work on. But what is important is the support that we've been getting for PAN here now in St. Vincent.
Right.
When I remember my days, I still do play, but I remember coming through from a panorama standpoint, we weren't getting the support that we get now.
Really?
People weren't connected like that. And there was an initiative that the Prime Minister brought called PAN Against Crime, where he made sure that each community have a PAN side, have a steel orchestra. To get the youth off of the block and just to give them something else to do. And that really was helped to propel PAN where it is now. So every community is going to come down, just like in Trinidad. When Desperado's coming down,
the whole community coming down with them.
Coming down. But there's still a lot more work to do from the standpoint, and you just mentioned Joshua in terms of the business element of it. You understand? I mean, that pan is no longer just a hobby. It's now a business thing. It's a career choice. It's something that you can do as a career and make a living from. So that part of it, we're still trying to convince the parents. We're still even trying to convince the players that this is something that is solid. But for later, it's a family atmosphere. It's a family show. I mean, it starts at 2 p.m. and then we move into the seniors, which we call the large band and the glitter. But I mean, the competition is going to be very tight. I mean, some of what I heard is very interesting. And I mean, the younger Rangers, I'm happy to see them coming out.
Nice one.
So that, I mean, not just players are helping with the development, but the younger Rangers are coming to the forefront.
And, you know, you mentioned something about the steel pan as well and career opportunities. Madzat was on a little earlier.
Right.
And Madzat mentioned, we were talking about the live band. And he said, you know, a lot of the live band people, they get work on cruise ships.
And they left.
Same thing with steel pan.
Yeah.
A pan man, you could get work on a cruise ship and you could go for 3 months or 6 months.
Yeah.
It gives you the opportunity to travel. It opens certain doors for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, Stefan, not just as a player, because that is where I'm coming from. And everything I've achieved or accomplished is from being a pan player.
Yeah.
You understand? So, I mean, sometimes we look at what is on the surface, being a player, but we really do not look at all of the other
elements
that come from it. Yeah?
Correct. Evo. Nice man, the white party, right? The Wear White party. Evo, that's Friday. Now, well, Evo, of course, but short for Evolution.
Yeah.
Right. So, how is it evolving this year?
Well, it's a night in the clouds.
Right.
I mean, we're looking more we're paying a lot of attention on the experience, the atmosphere, the ambience, the feel, the look. You know what I mean? Because we realize that the clientele like to dress up. You know what I mean? It's a lot of older people, and not, when I say old, I mean mature
people. Yeah,
I mean, and we have implemented some things inside there where even the younger people can come and enjoy. But most importantly, Evo is really the chairman's baby. He was the one who came with that idea, Ricky. But what it is, and it's just something very critical, because I'm also part of that production team for that particular show. It's really to show the evolution of our music. Right? So that's where it came from.
Yeah.
Show the transition. But over the years, we have been focusing on the earlier days of our music, from the 70s to the 80s. So one of the things that we have done this year is that we cannot discount what was happening for the past 25 years.
Right.
From 2000 to 2025. So what we decided is to put a lot of the artists within that time frame.
Okay.
Put them in that time frame. Not saying that we're not going to have some of the older legends.
Yeah.
We're going to have those, but we're going to highlight from the 2000s to the 2001 to the 2000s and their contribution, because it has been 25 years.
It has been, that's the whole thing, you know, when people think old school, or they think going back, they think some people think 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
And I used to make the point, when I used to work on radio, back in the early 2000s, like in 2017, 24, and I used to tell people, I say, back in times, it's like, all in 2017, I was telling people, back in times, it's like year 2000, right? Because I 17 years ago. You know what I mean? That's how it is, you know? And, but people still think 70s, 80s. And that is old school too. And that is foundation. But really and truly in 2025, 2010 could be considered
old school.
Old school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like 15 years ago, so you had to check it like that too.
So, I mean, it's really just to highlight that period. I mean, we have had a lot of breakouts from that period. And I mean, a lot of light was started to shine on St. Vincent during that period too.
Problem Child.
Yeah, the Skinny
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
All these artists emerged from,
James EP.
James EP.
These guys, Zola.
Zola,
Scorpion. I mean, a lot of guys, El Punk, I mean, some of the newer guys now. And then most importantly is that we're trying to create a marriage with, as I said, the atmosphere and the entertainment. So it's right next to the beach. And I mean, something so you get some nice sea breeze while you party and stuff like that.
One.
So I mean, that is Evo, and it's one of our flagship events that hopefully it was going to come in, turn over into a mega event for Vincy Mass.
Nice one. And we're going to be there. We're going to get some highlights from that for you. Make sure we're going to get that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got the Evo, then you have the Raga and Power Soca Monarch.
Big bad Raga and Power Soca Monarch.
Nice, man. And that from what I hear, that will be fire this year as usual. Fireman, Hoopan, and Skinny. Collaboration, Erupt.
Yeah.
That in the air. A lot of people waiting to see them perform that together.
Yeah.
And what they're going to do in the kind of presentation and performance they're going to put on the night, so we know Raga and Power Soca Monarch Night is the all roads lead here.
Yeah, correct. I mean, historically, Soca Monarch has been the show for Vincy Mass, and I think this year there's something about it that is totally different. I mean, not where entertainment is concerned, and I mean even with the Skinny Fabulous and the Delroy Fireman Hooper collaborating, there's something that is deeper than what is on the surface. Right? For them, it's really about the culture. Right, it's doing it for the culture, not just culture in terms of the industry, but in terms of for the culture of Soca Monarch, and for them as two rivalries who are always rivaling in the Soca Monarch. And there's a lot of messages that we can take away from that. Right, I mean, for them, I mean, they could set the differences aside and come in the park and show the younger artists or the upcoming artists that, I mean, outside of that, this is who we can be.
Who we could be,
are. I mean, and I just not placing a lot of emphasis on them, but they are true ambassadors of this Soca Monarch. And the history of it is that they both became major artists from Soca Monarch. And coming back now to give us that picture and that image of the collective effort is very important, right? We have a lot of other artists, younger artists, some experienced artists who also not letting their guards down, because we still have Magical inside there. We still have Hans John inside there. We have Bongo Prime who's inside there. And of course we have two females who have been dominating the different rural carnivals throughout the period of the rural carnivals. So I mean, it is. I see a lot of people making their own judgment and call. That is not something I.
No, but that's good. It's good that people talking and they have a, you know what I mean, they're making it.
But I mean, for us as a CDC, our main goal is to get people to feel and love Soca Monarch. I mean, I'm globally, because I go to Antigua and I go to Trinidad and Barbados, and the Soca Monarch elements has changed drastically. Right? It is so commercialized now, and then you miss that authentic raw feel about the Soca Monarch. I mean, and I'm saying that based off of observation and being there. And for us, we really want to go back to that place where not just supporting an artist, but really to come and enjoy Soca Monarch. So we are bringing back the big flags. You know what I mean? In St. Vincent, we have a little big thing going on.
All right, nice.
I mean, it's not prohibited. I mean, so it's just something about Soca Monarch where at the end of the night, every community is talking about what happened last night. I mean, and I just looking forward to it. I am actually the production manager for that show.
All right, well, we're in good order. We're in good order Saturday. But Soca Monarch is alive and well in St. Vincent and Grenadines, and we'll see what happens in Trinidad coming into this carnival, and see if we bring back the Soca Monarch.
But before you go there, right, something I want to highlight about St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the Soca Monarch is if you look at the age group of the persons in Soca Monarch, they're actually some of the youngest artists.
Serious?
Yeah, in any of the Soca Monarchs in the region.
Well, I know Lexi who won the junior.
Right, she's
a reserve,
right?
But she will perform.
She will perform, right? And then everybody, as majority of the other artists are under 35. Yeah, majority, 90% of them.
Under 35.
So Fireman and Skinny coming as some real.
That's veterans, right? But
the majority is under 35. I mean,
that's great.
And in most cases, some of them floating around 20 to 25.
That's great.
And the reason why I mentioned that is that it gives us a lot of hope that Soca Monarch is in safe hands.
Nice, man. Yeah, because you have the succession going on. We are the next up and coming era of artists. So that's a big thing. To keep it going for years and years and years. All right, so after the Raga and the Soca Monarch, we have the Marshgra. So the Marshgra, well, Madza tell me he coming hard to be finished strong. And I know we're going to have some, there's going to be some contenders. But in the Marshgra show itself, what's in store?
A royal spectacle.
Okay.
Because the semis, we call it an evening with the legends. Because the semi-final, the hosting of the semi-finals last week Sunday was the 50th staging of the semi-finals.
Okay.
Right? So we decided to dub it an evening with the legends because we think Calypso is legendary. And we really wanted to create that atmosphere. I mean, it was a wonderful show. And then we say, we're going to name the finals a royal spectacle. Because it's not just about the Calypsonian, because you have the king and queen of the bands too. And we feel like, I mean, those two art forms are royalty.
Okay.
Right? Calypso and mass. Not saying that pan is not or soca is not, but we just figure because of their lifespan and how long they've been around for, and I mean their contribution, not discounting from any one of the other components, but a royal spectacle has to do with the feel and the atmosphere, the setup, the design of the stage and the design of the venue is what we're going for, because the content is very good.
Yeah.
The calypsos this year are very, very good.
Okay.
I mean, and you know the mass man would bring it with the king, and it's a spectacle. It's really a spectacle. So we have that, and then we want to put a soca element inside it as the guest performances.
Okay.
You understand? Because again, we have to also remember that soca came from calypso. You understand? So we want to create that image and
that
remind
connection.
persons that that is what it is.
All right, nice one. Now after that, we got the 2 big days. Juve. No, this one is real. I don't know how we're gonna survive Monday, but
You're surviving.
we will survive.
Yeah.
We have Juve into the T-shirt mass.
Yeah.
Right? And then, well, after the T-shirt mass, it have an event, or that's not a CDC event, but it's a private event. But people are just showing you that after the Monday,
they still have something.
There's still a thing going on, into the Tuesday, but Juve is pace. And in between all these events, these CDC events we're talking about, it have private events going on too. Don't get tired. So it's full pace. So you got the Juve into the T-shirt mass. Just give us a little insight into the Juve. You know what the bands coming out on the road, the time. I know people do a pre-pump too, like in Trinidad and Tobago, right? And then somehow or the other, let's come back out for the T-shirt mass in the afternoon period around 2 p.m.
Yeah, 2, 3
p.m. 2, 3 p.m.
Yeah.
And then go till in the night?
Yeah.
Till 10, 11 in the night?
Well,
that's what I heard,
Yeah. Well, one of the things that when I sat with the Commissioner of Police, my team and I, when we sat with the Commissioner of Police, one of the things that we asked is to take Monday to midnight.
To midnight?
Yeah, so in the past it would have come off the road about 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And again, being on the ground, patrons and the persons said, nah, boy, one more time on the road.
One more time on the road.
So when I asked, and the commissioner said, all right, no problem, we take it to midnight. So that was one of the first things that we were able to accomplish. And I mean, everybody went crazy about it because again, I mean, it gives you more time to be on the road. And I mean, Juve morning, we have also regulated the time, because what used to happen is that the hi-fi bands, the big trucks, would have normally come out and drowned out the traditional Juve, which is like the pan round neck and the boom drum and the rhythm sections and all. So what we did between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m., that period would be for the traditional Juve.
Okay, so they have their own space.
Correct.
Right.
And then the big bands, the big music bands would come out from 5 p.m. until 9 a.m. So it basically give everybody a space to do their thing, because a lot of persons been crying out, you know, it doesn't make sense we come on the road to play pan or to come
and then again,
drummed out.
You gotta give them that respect too,
Yeah, correct. So I mean, it's all about preservation. So we were able to accomplish that, and then of course, I mean, the T-shirt bands start from 2, some come on the road 2, some come on 3, and we're going all the way to midnight.
Right.
I mean, it's up to you.
What time you're coming out on Mardi Gras on Tuesday now? What time people coming out on Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesdays from morning. I mean, some 9 a.m., some 10 a.m.
After you're going 12 midnight, you come back out from Okenham, no problem.
Correct.
And then you're going Tuesday down into what hour?
10 p.m.
Till 10 p.m. for the Mardi Gras.
So,
all right.
Yeah, and then quite naturally, we also asked to extend the carnival period. Right.
The Tuesday too?
Yeah, so the Monday and Tuesday would remain. Tuesday. But we added days. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is still days for persons to do cool down. I mean, little parties, little fetes.
So basically you had the whole week off then?
Correct. No, you had the whole week off. Tuesday is the holiday. Then you're back to work Wednesday.
Oh, you're back to work Wednesday, but you could still cool down on Wednesday.
You could still do some parties in between.
Okay, you could still do something in between and just kind of come down until the following Monday. All right, no problem. So it's a working day.
Yeah.
All right, it's a working day, people, but you can still take a cool down.
Yeah.
So I don't know what kind of work you're going to be doing, but you can still take a cool down. It'll be a kind of relaxed, I guess, working environment.
Yeah, because we've seen some of the private promoters also capitalizing on that.
Okay.
Right? I mean, because there's a party that is called Pumping. That will happen right after that. There's a party normally called Bun Walk.
Well,
not encourage anybody to bun walk, but that is the name of the party.
All right, nice man. They haven't, I tell you, they haven't going on here in St. Vincent and Grenadines. I want to thank Rodney for his time, CEO of the CDC, and doing some terrific things, evolving Vincy Mass, the hottest carnival in the Caribbean, definitely living up to its name, and it getting bigger and bigger every year. So if you had a book for 2026, you better start looking for it now. Yeah, because I'm telling you, coming in, sell out, sold out, full. Yes, I understand sandals, as he was telling me that sandals come, I think it was 301 rooms or 300 rooms, and some people thought that was too many rooms.
Yeah.
And they're going with all these rooms, or they're going to sell out all these, and now everything booked out.
Yeah.
Totally. So if you got to get in, you got to get in early o'clock. So as soon as it's over,
start booking.
This year, start booking for next year. Don't waste time. Rodney, thanks a lot, my brother. Always a pleasure. And hey, great things. It's Rodney Small. He's big now. All right, so we'll be back after this. People don't go anywhere. It is Vincy Mass 2025, and it is definitely evolving. Here with CEO of the CDC, Rodney Small. I want to pick up Rodney this morning, say good morning to him. And, all the information, Rodney came in to give all the information from now. Well, from yesterday, come straight down. We were actually we passed through the Steel and Glitter last night. A bit late, probably after 10. We were there until after 11. I think Starlift win the Panama.
Yeah.
They won?
They had to win.
Starlift had to win that Panama.
They had to win that.
They mashed down the place. When I tell you, from the time they got the count, and I hear the first note, I hear that bram, and the power it come with, I know they win that Panama. Epic was good too. Yeah, why Sand Hill didn't they were supposed to be in the panorama and they didn't.
We have no clue why Sand Hill didn't.
We spoke to some people there. We will give you that footage when we return. We also have a little interview with Madzad, with Lexi. We'll see what we could fit in this morning, and whatever we don't fit in this morning, we will get back to on Monday. All right, but for now, this is some of the highlights. This was Genesis. Last night. Genesis was the second to last band, right? They played a song. I'm still trying to figure out the song that they play, but it's song like Super Blue, Wine on Something. I'm feeling the wine on something. Wine on something. Carnival is bacchanal. Oh, yeah. But, Blue Sugar, right? Yeah, but it wasn't that. But it had a kind of melody like that. Now, to me, that's why I was hearing. The announcer did name the song after the performance, but I didn't catch it because I think I was doing an interview with somebody.
Is either the Minister of Finance or somebody?
Somebody I was interviewing, right? And I think that was his band.
His band was
Epic. Epic was his, right? The Minister of Finance. What's his name again? Camilo Gonsalves. All right, and he is the
Minister of Finance and also the son of Prime Minister.
He's the son of is Ralph's son.
Yes.
Okay. Ralph's name is son, what? Camilo Gonsalves. All right. From the time I saw him, you could see the resemblance. Yeah, you can't miss it. You can see the resemblance. All right. So but this is Starlift there. Okay. Yeah, this is Starlift here. They took a while to set up, but they mashed down the place, boy. They play with a kind of Trinidad All Stars tempo and style. With the runs and, they play, what was the name of the song? Jockey Ace?
Is that?
I think it's Jockey Ace.
Yeah.
I know I said it correct because the announcers were saying not Jockey Ace. So let me say it correct, Jockey Ace. Jockey Ace, yeah. That was the name of the song. Epic played something Battlefield, Soca Battlefield.
Somebody had played 10, 5 cents, 10 cents.
That's them. Jockey Ace, yeah, and they are bringing the dollar, 10, they're bringing that melody. But they were spectacular last night, Jane. I'm telling you, if you was in Victoria Park last night and you stayed till the end for Starlift, you're in for a treat. And I think they are the defending champions.
Yes, they are.
So
it was a euphoric performance.
Yeah, they're looking to retain, but we'll see if we can give you the footage from Victoria Park. Along with the other two interviews. We'll see what we fit in today and what we fit in on Monday. Nothing will be wasted. All right? Before we go to the break, though, and we come back and we decide on that, we want to remind you to boost your immune system. Jameson. That's right. Jameson is reminding you to boost your immune system with Jameson immunity products. to fight off the seasonal sniffles such as your cold fighter with Echinacea Vitamin C Chews. With the honey lemon flavor and for additional support, try their delicious Vitamin D3 Chews and Ultra Strength Zinc. Chew, fight and feel amazing with Jameson Trusted Vitamins and Minerals. Also, elders, that's right. If you're not happy with your child's end of term results, don't worry. Enroll them in Elders Vacation Bootcamp classes and let's get them serious about their education and improve those grades for the new school term. Also, Elders has the 8 weeks conversational Spanish class that is open to students who just finished SEA, Form 1 to 5 students and adults. And you could call them on 627-8642 or WhatsApp them on 715-5480. You could also visit them at 48A Pembroke Street in Port of Spain. I also want to remind you, you're married and Mashivas there? I know you're supposed to say that. I said it to you like twice. Married and Mischievous, RS and RR Production Theatre. This is for adults 18 years and over. It's Married and Mischievous and it is coming to an end. This play has been going on for a very long period of time now and it coming to an end. This is it. If you don't take the opportunity to go and see this play this weekend, opportunity lost. You will never see it unless they bring it back sometime later on in the season, but you will not see it. All right, it's 3 married couples, too many drinks, 1 wild night, and way too many secrets. All right, so it is Queen's Hall, 2 nights only, and that is this Friday, today, and Saturday. So Friday and Saturday, you have the opportunity to see this play. The showtime tonight and tomorrow is 8:30 p.m. The box office is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Make sure and get your tickets. And on Sunday, the 6th of July, they are in Sapa. All right, so check them out in Sapa for 1 night only. All right, so this is how it goes. It is Married and Mischievous. Big up RS and RR Production Theatre for what has been a long run with this particular play. And, oh yeah, just give me flow. I'm going to flow into flow quick. And we go to the break. 50 minutes away from 8 o'clock, people. So, protection that moves to your beat. Stay protected with Armor Security. Sign up for the Protector or Commander package today and get a free security camera and installation. That's right. And free is in capital letters. F-R-E-E. So, it is powered by Flow and backed by All Pro. That is Armor Security. Visit discoverflow.co for more info. And with that, we take a break. When we come back, we will see what we could fit in. Maybe the pan highlights from last night. And we will... Oh, okay. All right. My own billboard that was created by me interrupted me. That is disrespect. Anyway, we will be back after the break. We'll give you a little highlights from Victoria Park from last night. The interview with Madzat and Lexi, we'll get to that on Monday or Tuesday next week. We have a lot to do. This morning we are going on a marijuana cultivation farm with our former Minister of Health.
Former Minister of Health, Dr. Gerald Thompson.
Who will be in Trinidad, by the way?
Yes, for the marijuana conference.
For the conference, the cancer conference that I told you all about. It's not a marijuana conference, no. Cancer conference and exploring the medicinal values of marijuana. Okay, Kelmore? Kelmore told me, for those of you who watch the program on Wednesday, Kelmore told me Dr. Nimrod coming in to talk about this marijuana conference. So I was like, okay, you know, like, all right, no problem. I was very interested to find out all the different types of marijuana, medicinally, of course, and the values. And then next thing I see the flyers, a science seminar or a science conference. And what happened, they've invited doctors from all over the region, and I think other parts of the world, and they're going to come in. We spoke about it on Wednesday, and they're exploring the medicinal values of marijuana. All right? So it is a science conference, not a marijuana conference. Okay? Thank you, Kelmo. All right, so we will be back after the break. We'll come back with some highlights from Victoria Park last night, and then we're going to wrap things up with the birthdays and so on and so forth. And you will see us again on Monday because tonight is Evo. All roads lead there. Stay tuned.
Elevate 2025 University Fair, Trinidad. This is more than just a fair. It's a space to connect, to ask real questions, to upskill and transform your future. Meet top universities from the UK, USA, Canada, and Caribbean, plus local institutions, companies and establishments, dignitaries and Caribbean alumni. Hear from a team that gets you real advice, real opportunities and real success stories. Just a community pushing you higher. Benefit from university placements, admission guidance, career networking, scholarships, insider tips and mentorship. AJ Academic Agency has invested in your success from application to alumni. Join us Sunday the 6th of July 2025 at the Hilton Trinidad from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Entry is free. Elevate your options. Elevate your network. Elevate your future. Visit ajacademicagency.com to learn more.
In 1956, he exploded onto the Calypso stage with and for 50 plus years, the magnificent Mighty Sparrow ruled the world stage with hit after hit. Be part of an unforgettable night as some of his younger proteges take the stage like Rodney McIntosh, Chuck Gordon, Devon Seal, KB Charles, Terry Lyons, Pink Panther, Oscar B, and Luther. Just say thank you, Sparrow.
That's all, that is all, that is all.
And San Fernando, because you asked for it, you got your wish. Thank You Sparrow is now South and North. Saturday, 26 July, Sapa, and Thursday, 31st, the day before the holiday, Napa. Showtime, 6 p.m.
And the Mighty Sparrow himself have asked that the first edition tickets at $75 off be extended until his 90th birthday, this Wednesday, July 9th.
For more info, call 491-1802.
Thank you, Sparrow.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air. Like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. And the kids, they have more to enjoy. For me, the castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
All right, so we're here at Victoria Park, and tonight is Steel and Glitter. So Steel and Glitter is the equivalent of Panorama in Trinidad and Tobago. And earlier on today, they had the junior panorama that runs straight into the senior panorama known as Steel and Glitter. Now, Steel is one part of it. That's the panorama aspect where the bands come out to perform. And then you have the Glitter part of the night where I understand they have 12 mass bands that will grace the stage. And I think it's like the equivalent of our Kings and Queens. What we would call King and Queen in Trinidad and Tobago. So this is like the preliminary or the semi-final round, because the March Grand Night on Sunday is when you will have the finals in terms of the mass bands, Kings and Queens. But tonight is Steel and Glitter. So we have a band that is setting up on stage. We actually just heard from Epic. Epic mashup the place. They played one of Fireman Hooper's songs, and I tell you the reaction when it was over, they got a big round of applause. So I am presuming that Epic is going to be one of the favorites for tonight. So we're going to see who's coming up next. We might ask a few people. We'll see if we can talk to a few people, find out who they're backing tonight. You know what I mean? But it is Steel and Glitter at Victoria Park. Vincy Mass 2025. Is madness, man. And I understand, right now the MC calling out some of the bands. Starlift is one of the big ones. Genesis, Elite. Of course, I just spoke about Epic as well. So that's 4 out of, I think, either 6 or 7 bands tonight. So the next band is setting up on stage. You'll take your stateside so that you can take a listen to them. And I'm telling you, they have a really great program here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Just almost the same that exists in Antigua, where each community adopts a school, or each steel band within a community adopts a school, and they use it as a crime fighting tool. So they're doing some terrific things here with the steel pan and the Steel and Glitter. So Victoria Park is basically the place where everything happens, and I see a lot of people with jerseys of their respective bands on. We see some people who come to support their favorite band. Let me see if we can talk to some people. Let me see if Vincy people really as friendly as I think they are. So come with me, man. Nice, man. You have a lot of youths here, a lot of young people. So we're going to see if we can find some young people to talk to. Synergy TV from Trinidad and Tobago. So who you guys represented in the Steel and Glitter?
I don't know.
You don't know? But I see all in the same jersey. I see all playing for a band.
Juniors.
Oh, right, we all were in the junior panorama, right? Right, so who are they representing?
Zion Hill.
Oh, only from Zion Hill. All right, nice, man. Zion Hill is one of the big bands, right?
Yeah, of course.
One of the big bands, people, Zion Hill. We actually drove. We actually took Zion Hill to come here earlier today, and I think we take it to go back to with the driver. Yeah, nice drive, nice view, terrific vibes, everything. What song did you all play?
Move Your Front.
All right, who sang that?
Touch.
All right, nice. How long you playing, pan?
Since 2019.
2019? Oh, you are veteran, and you?
2022.
And you?
2019.
2019, and which pan do you all play? Different pan?
Double second. Double second.
And you?
Double second and guitar.
The whole section here, the whole double section.
No, double second and guitar.
Oh, double second and guitar. All right, she bad like that. All right, thanks, guys. Zion Hill, one of the big bands in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, of course. As we talk a little steel and glitter here, the next band on stage is setting up. We'll take a little walk. Let me see what we find. I've seen a lot of people in orange, boy. A lot of people in orange. I see a gentleman up there in a hat. Come, take a walk with me. We're going to be here. Good night, gentlemen. How are you going? So, we just want to get your opinion and find out who you're backing in the steel and glitter.
Well, my pants are not here.
Why?
I don't know why, but I'm backing Epic.
Oh, the band that just play?
Band just play. Epic,
I hear them, you know. I hear them mash up the place, you know.
Because most of our guys play for them tonight.
Oh, all right.
From Zion Hill.
What? Oh, you from Zion Hill?
Yeah. BJ, you notice, BJ. You notice.
But that's my band. That's my band back in Trinidad, man. That's my band, man. Exodus, man. You see, they know big band too, champions too, big bands. And who you backing?
I back in Epics. I like Epics.
Epic ever win the Sri Lanka?
No.
So this might be the first time?
This might be the first time, yeah.
All right, nice one. Where are you guys from?
I'm from Zion Hill.
Right. And you from?
I'm from Tong Hill.
Tong Hill?
Family.
Oh, that's family. All right, nice one.
BJ is our arranger in Zion Hill.
All right, nice one.
Yeah, BJ is our arranger in Zion Hill for the senior band.
All right, great, man. So I tell you what, Genesis taking the stage right now. We'll take it to that, and then we'll come back and talk to a few other people in the crowd.
They just play good, you know. They just play real good ahead. They just play real good.
All right, nice, man. So
Epic out front.
Epic out front.
Yeah.
They say epic out front. Epic out front. Well, in the Bible, Genesis is the first book, so we go see what happens. All right. We in Victoria Park, Vincy Mass 2025, steel and glitter. We're going stateside. Alright, so that was Genesis, and they gave a very clean performance. I thought the tempo was a little slow, but I'm not too familiar with what the song that they were playing, but I got to do some research on that. It sounded at times like Super Blue Wine on something, but that's not the song. That is not the song, but I got a vibe from it. I feel it, wine on something. Carnival is bacchanal. Yeah, it had that kind of vibe set, but that wasn't the name of the song that they gave. I didn't hear them properly because I have so many things going around me. So we'll take a little walk, see if we can chat with a few people again. Come cameraman, follow me. Hey, how you going? Good evening.
Good evening.
Nice man. We from Trinidad.
Okay.
All right, so we here for the Vincy Mass. Where you all from?
We're from England.
Oh, from England. All right, nice man. First Vincy Mass, second Vincy Mass.
First, yeah, we're just here for a few weeks. Yeah.
I came to Rum and Rhythm the other day, and that was really good. And then we're here at Glitter and Steel, so yeah.
And how you enjoying the steel pan?
It's been so great. I think my favourite have been the ones with the camo trousers. They've been my favourite so far, yeah.
All right, great. So you're enjoying St. Vincent?
Yeah. But you know what, my favourite is the 5EC Rum and Coke, to be honest.
He said her favourite is the 5EC Rum and Coke. So...
Is that acceptable to say?
So you all enjoy the St. Vincent and the Grenadines and have a good time in the Steel and Glitter. All right? And come down to Trinidad for Carnival too. Yeah, man. All right? Cool. Yep. All right. Yeah, man. So we got some folks from England on the inside and having a time. Like she said my favorite thing is the 5EC Rum and Coke. Man, I feel I go try that. I don't drink rum again. Come, let's go. All right, so we found the Honorable Camilo Gonsalves here with us in the Steel and Glitter, and you are the Minister of Finance?
I'm the Minister of Finance.
I can get some money, borrow.
Yeah, boy, the money done.
Well, we're from Trinidad and Tobago Synergy TV. Yeah. We're here tonight, so how are you enjoying the vibes tonight in the Steel and Glitter?
Well, we're repping the greatest steel orchestra in the entire world, which is Epic Song Steel Orchestra. Out of Calico, which is my constituency.
Okay.
They just played a little while ago, did an awesome job. Young upcoming squad, love the energy, love the performance, love what they're doing in the community. So I'm always here to support them.
We came in actually when they were playing. We caught most of the performance, and the reception they got after was, I think, the loudest that are here for the night so far. And actually, what song they played? I know it's a Fireman Hooper.
It was a Fireman Soca Battlefield.
Yeah,
Soca Battlefield. But they were very sharp. I like the tempo.
Yeah.
Right, I ain't picking no favorites there, but I'll talk to a few people in the crowd.
The interview, if you ain't picking a favorite, you know, if you're talking to me tonight, you are a back Epic. That's the rule.
Well, is a epic steel and glitter? Is a epic Vincy Mass 2025? Everything about St. Vincent and the Grenadines is epic. But a lot of people, when I was talking to them in the back, I say, who are they back in the night? They say epic. So I don't know if everybody who does back epic come down tonight. What's going on?
Look, there's some older steel orchestras, there's some larger steel orchestras, there's some steel orchestras that are very, very technically proficient.
Okay.
Epic is vibes. Okay. And Epic has been building a following over the last couple of years in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If you're having a fete, if you're having a party, don't call these technical, classical music steel pan orchestras. Call Epic, and Epic will give you a good time. So Epic is all good vibes, and a lot of people backing them, and they deserve it. They've been working hard, trust me.
All right. Well, I tell you what, the Honorable Minister say epic it is. So it's epic for me.
They don't know.
It's epic for you. And we'll see later if it's epic for the judges too.
Epic for everybody.
We're the Steel and Glitter Vincy Mass people. Last night, down at Victoria Park, speaking with the minister, real cool, down-to-earth guy. Everybody down there was just really cool, down-to-earth, taking in the pan. We did get some little footage of Starlift. At the end, Starlift was pace, tempo. They had some runs inside of there. I tell you, the song like Trinidad all says, at times. And I heard from the driver, Duvon Stewart, actually came and arranged for them a while back, some years ago. A lot of Trinidadian pan men come up to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as well as Antigua and the other islands to play pan and compete in the panorama. Some of them just come up to arrange. You have a little taste of Starlift there? Just a little taste of the tempo they come with last night and the vibes. Yeah, man. So that was Starlift there doing their thing there. That was the start there into the song. And let me tell you, the song got better and better and better as it went along. You know, I mean, there are real vibes. I don't know the results yet because we got up, we came to do the show this morning, and we don't know the results of the panorama yet. I'll find out. Kelmore, where Kelmore gone? Kelmore, yeah, is he on the phone? Who in the panorama? He just had Ezzy on the phone. He don't know. We'll see if we get the results before. Hey, we gotta get to the birthdays. We gotta get to the birthdays and wrap things up for this morning. But if we get the results during that period of time, we'll give it to you before we go. I'll let you know who won. But I think Starlift in the Panama. All right. We got to say birthday greetings for July the 4th here. Going out to what? You know, I seen the whole message here. Oh, right. Nice. View entire message. Right. Good. Where is the entire message? What's going on here? What's going on here? Message clipped? Why is I not seeing the entire message? All right, don't worry. I know what to do. Just now. Hold on. Hold on. I know, but it had two of them. They sent one with the greeting, and then they sent one with the picture. Like they forgot to put the picture the first time now, boy. No, it's the same thing. Okay, no problem. I don't know why it come up so, but yeah. It just says, I'm seeing here, good morning, Stefan. I would like to wish my first grandson a happy 14th birthday. And this is the grandson here. But when you click to open the email, it's saying message clipped, view entire message. When you click on that, it takes you to just the picture with no message. So next time, just type in the message like an email, right? I don't know what took place there. All right, but to the first grandson of this lady, happy birthday, 14 years old, nice. Also, birthday greetings going out to Elizabeth Guevara from Florida. And this is coming down from your parents. All right. And they want to tell you a happy birthday. And they pray that God will place an open heaven over you and and pour out and overflow blessings in your life. May you continue to be strong, kind, compassionate, caring, and loving. Right? And not allow the noise of the world to enter in. Okay? So, happy birthday going out to Elizabeth Guevara. Also, we would like to send out congratulations to Pravin Mathura on passing for the school of his choice in the secondary entrance exams, the SEA, of course. You work very hard and we're very proud of you and your achievements. Keep up the good work from your grandmother and everyone else at home. Brilliant. Nice, man. Also, we would like to say good morning and happy birthday. Oh, it's not happy birthday, but send congratulations to Alima Nanan for passing for her first choice of Holy Faith Convent in Cuba. And she is such an amazing person, and they're all so proud of her. And this is coming from her Uncle Sheldon, Auntie Susie, and Tessa Johnson. Tessa is so happy you'll be attending her school. Oh, nice, man. Only going, some childhood friends going to school together. Nice, man. Here we go again. Morning, Stefan. We'd like to send birthday greetings to an amazing and beautiful young lady, Skylar Suku. This is coming from her mom, Susie, Papa John, Auntie Tessa, and also Lucky and Sparky. May God shower her with lots of blessings on a very special day, full 100, and we all love her very much. Nice, man. Happy birthday to you, Skylar. All right, I'm going again. Right, sending out a greeting to Joyce, whose birthday is on Saturday, wishing her a very special happy birthday, all God's blessings, good health, and many more. Coming from her husband and 2 daughters, they want you to know they love you. Also, Stefan, she does not miss the show at all. Well, thank you for that, and happy birthday to you. Nice, man. And we're going again. Would like to wish Ishmael and Analia a happy anniversary, celebrating 16 years coming from your handsome son Zavad. your nephew Novak, your sister Sarah, mother Chandra, and the entire Salandi family. Wishing you many more happy years together. And everybody would like you to know they love you guys. Nice, man. Right, you have the other Sarah Salandi now, right. We would also like to wish Glenn Cheng Wing, a happy birthday, coming from daughter Hannah and wife Indrani. Also from the John and Salandi family, they want you to know they love you and they wish you many, many, many more. All right, so Glenn, happy birthday to you, man. Also, my boy, Donny Khan. Donny, what going on, boy? This is where I get all my fish and shrimp from. All right, Donny, of course, my in-law. All right, so Donny, happy birthday to you. He celebrates his birthday today, the 4th of July. Birthday greetings coming from Kimberly, of course, Liam, your son, and your parents. And sincerely from Lana, Anya, Jabari, Michael, everybody. Philip, Deborah, everybody. All right, they say happy birthday to you, Donny, and I hope you enjoy your day, man. And Lord, Donny birthday falling on Friday. Pressure. Kimberly girl, pressure. Also, we gotta say happy birthday to Mariah Lane. Sheldon Lane. I'll tell you now. I can't see it. I'll open it. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's it. Happy birthday going out to Mariah Lane. All right, and our heart is overflowing with love for you, our incredible mother Mariah. On this special day, the warmest birthday wishes are being sent to you by your sons Jojo and Aidan, as well as your loving grandmother Cecilia, your father Roger, and Uncle Treldon. Our lives are brightened by you, a constant source of joy, laughter, and unlimited love. Wishing you a day that radiates with your spirit, full of all your favorite things and cherished moments. You are truly important to us. Wishing you another happy birthday with lots of love. All right, that's Mariah. Right, yeah. Good morning, and we want to wish William Sammy a happy birthday coming along from family and friends. He celebrated his birthday on the 2nd of July. All right, so William, happy belated birthday going out to you. Like one of the Hamilton crew up, boy. I want to buy the cook. The man buy, if you see chicken breast, he buy in the grocery yesterday. The man buy chicken breast like he gonna cook for a whole nursery or a whole school. Mario, yeah. So, well, we'll get more than what we get yesterday, Chris. If we eat by Mario today, maybe I better stay down here today, Eat by Mario, I'll get a full meal. You understand? And if you're making salad or coleslaw, just stroke the cabbage more than once by the grater. Happy birthday to the Queen Grand Mistress Joyce Fabian from your children, Abri, mother from your children leader, Abri, mother Shala, and your grandchildren from the shrine of Olodumare. Did I say that correct? Yes. Olodumare. Nice. Whew. I guess some difficult ones sometimes. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to our wonderful mother, Jennifer Singh of Brampton, Ontario, Canada. Wishing her a 73rd birthday today from all her children, Dave, Dwayne, Joanne, Dion, and Desi. Not forgetting her 5 grandchildren. And yeah, so happy birthday going out to Jennifer Singh. Nice, man. Here we go again. Happy birthday to Richard from Canada, coming off from his mom, Rose, sister Julie, 2 daughters, Lacey and Skylar, Angie and the entire family. And they want you to enjoy your birthday, man. So do it, enjoy it, all right? Nice, man. His birthday actually was on Wednesday, so happy belated birthday going out to him. And finally, we reach the end, boy. Good morning. Tomorrow is my husband and I anniversary. We are celebrating 31 years. Can you please congratulate us? God spare life on your morning show. You can also post this picture of us. Our names are Constance and Arthur Cambridge. So Constance and Arthur Cambridge. They actually sent this email on the 1st of July. But remember, we were on our flight Wednesday, so you didn't get it Wednesday, but you're getting it belatedly today. All right, so happy belated anniversary to Constance and Arthur Cambridge. Nice, man. Well, they look like they're living in the UK, boy. Yeah, that look like a UK pic. All right. So I'll tell you what, people. We wrap up for this weekend. Went 20 minutes over my time. Starlift? Starlift in Panama. Starlift for the juniors too? Okay, so Starlift won the junior panorama and the senior panorama. All right, yeah, they couldn't lose. Trust me, they couldn't beat them. All right, yeah, it was, yeah. Epic must run second. I feel so. Epic song good. So I'll tell you what, hard luck there to Mr. Gonsalves, the Minister of Finance.
Well, Epic is actually from his constituency.
Yeah. Right. What is his constituency?
His constituency is East St. George.
East St. George.
And that would represent this part of Annisfield where we are.
Also, we are in his constituency.
That's right.
And I couldn't get some money, boy. I need some US, boy. Anyway, we're working on that interview with Ralph.
Yes.
With Prime Minister. So I might get that interview before I leave St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We may get that. If we have to pre-record it, we will. I'll sit down and have a little chat with him about St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the future of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and of course the controversial comment that you know. Don't worry now, man. I go smooth it out for you, Ralph. Don't worry. Right? We go make sure that the bond between St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Trinidad and Tobago, it's solid. We go put some rock hard cement on that, right? And we go. Yeah. We go make sure. All right. I'll message Munilal and tell him to watch that morning. Don't frighten. All right, you're safe. We'll handle that. So I'll tell you what. We are off to a marijuana plantation today.
Yes.
Medicinal marijuana, that is. We're going to find out all of the benefits and the economic positives of the marijuana industry in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are also headed to Evo later on.
Yes.
And we also Beckway tomorrow. We are Beckway tomorrow. We're going on to Beckway on the boat. It's a life jacket on that boat, right? Because I can't swim, you know. Yeah, all right. Just say it. All right, good. I just only go in like knee-high water. Like in a swimming pool and thing, I just go in the kids. I just bathe in the kiddie pool. Right? So we're going on to Beckway tomorrow. From Beckway, we're supposed to go to Soca Monarch any night. And then that will take us into Sunday, where we are headed to Vermont.
Yes. We'll make a run to Vermont Nature Trail.
And the nature trail and the waterfall and...
Well, there is a hidden waterfall, so we're going to try to get a trip to that waterfall.
It's a hidden waterfall.
In Vermont, yeah.
I find he know too much hidden places. Like that food place where we get food from, that hidden, you know. That ain't even on the main road, you know, on the pavement, you know. That is through a alley, wrong a bend, you know. Down in the back or something, you know. You see these hidden things? I know waterfall and it's drip. Like, yeah, sad. Aye.
But we just have to get, when I say good weather, because that river, the Delaware River in Vermont.
Now, when you're going on hike like that, please, weather will be good.
If it rains too much, then we have to not do that waterfall, because you have to basically track through the river to get there.
All right.
It's about a 15-minute walk to get to the waterfall.
Just one question, are there sneaks and thing here?
Non-venomous.
But it have?
It have, but all are non-venomous.
Okay.
And it's only 3 species.
Only 3 species?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And you just see them regular? They are around?
You would only see about 2 of them, because the last one, which is the black
Yeah.
snake, that is in High Mountain. So
Okay, good. Nice. So after Sunday, we have the Dimash Gras. Sunday's the March Gras, but after Sunday and the March Gras, we will be hopefully at Victoria Park once everything is available to us there. Once it can be done, it will be done. We will be in the middle of the Juve celebrations. And then from the Juve, we come back in and we head back out to the T-shirt Mass. And from T-shirt Mass, we rest up for Mardi Gras the next morning. Actually the morning show the next morning and then Mardi Gras. And then on Wednesday, we will have a recap either, I guess, with Ezzy or Ralph. One out of the two. I don't mind talking to Ralph on Wednesday, you know.
We don't mind speaking to him anyways. If
Yeah.
we go on a Sunday, we go by him on the Sunday.
All right, Ralph is fit?
He's sociable and he's sociable.
All right, good man.
Very much alike.
Well, yeah, Trinidadian mother and wife, he must be sociable. Oh yes, before we go here today, I want to mention Ricky, the chairman of CDC. All right, Ricky, I see Ricky yesterday when we were doing the interviews. As he brought him across, we spoke to him just momentarily. He had some things to go up and sign. But Ricky, you're doing a tremendous job. Big up yourself, big up Ezzy, big up the whole CDC crew. Everybody here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We leave you for the weekend here. We will be back on Monday. But we have a lot of running around to do and a lot of things to film so that we could bring it to you on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. And we see what happens with the interview with the Prime Minister. So until Monday, people, if you think I am relaxed today, you should see me Saturday and Sunday, but you won't. We out until Monday.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.